Sony San Diego's MLB The Show is multi-platform for the second year in a row, and once again is available day one in Game Pass for both Series and Xbox One consoles. Full of improvements both off and on the field, the game of baseball has never played better. But not everything is a dinger. A continued emphasis on microtransactions in full-price games is a blemish on an otherwise stellar package. What has changed, both good and bad? Let's play ball, find out, in the XboxEra review of MLB The Show 22. One of the first things you'll notice outside of the slick UI is just how many modes the latest entry of this long-running series has. On offer are Road to the Show, the create-a-player simulator; Diamond Dynasty, the main moneymaker and online-focused competitive team builder mode; March to October, an excellent truncated season where you only control key moments; Franchise, where you become a GM and control your team's fate; Challenge of the Week, which is an online arcade-style challenge where you win items for Diamond Dynasty and Road to the Show; Moments, where legends and superstars get to relive or rewrite baseball history; Home Run Derby, which you play a game of Home Run Derby. That's pretty simple; Exhibition, an online exhibition game of your choosing; Exhibition Live Rosters, an exhibition game using the current MLB rosters from any day of this season; Online Rated, a competitive-focused online match; Retro Mode, where you can experience the sights and sounds of old-school gameplay with a casual focus; Postseason, where you can create tournament brackets and play for the World Series; Custom Leagues, where online, friend-focused multi-season modes happen with a focus on customization; Online Co-op, where you can play 2v2 or 3v3 with your friends online; Custom Practice, which lets you create custom scenarios to try and improve; and then the Options Explorer, which is a very well done tutorial. Boy, that's a lot. Some, like Challenge of the Week, are short but can be a lot of fun. Others, such as Road to the Show, can last you hundreds of hours if you want them to. This game does not support smart delivery, however, but both the Xbox One and Series console versions are available in Game Pass. There's no shortage of things to do on and off the field. We were given the MVP edition for review, which included many of the microtransaction-fueled card packs for the Diamond Dynasty and Road to the Show modes. You do earn the Stubbs currency at a decent rate just by playing, but it still rubs me the wrong way to see just how much focus there is on it in the UI for a game that is $70 at launch on the new generation of consoles. One of the big changes this year is the introduction of cross-play, cross-progression, and a release on the Nintendo Switch, which are all great to see. The Stadium Creator is back for PlayStation 5 and Series X and S only, and it features an easier-to-use interface this year. John Sciambi and Chris Singleton are the new commentary team and blended into the background for me, which is, by far, one of the highest compliments I can pay. They were never in the way, annoying, or trying to be bigger than the game itself. A surprisingly large number of legendary players are in the game now too, with over 160 in total. Rounding out the new is an increased emphasis on providing extra post-launch content through the game's live service. From what I can tell, the majority of this will be free and included into what is already an incredibly dense package. None of this would really matter though if the on-the-field action isn't up to snuff. Thankfully it is. One of the big changes for the gameplay is the pinpoint pitching mechanic, and I hate it. After choosing your pitch, you must trace a path on the ball with the right analog stick, and not only match the movement, but the speed as well. It's extremely difficult because it feels nearly impossible to aim even when you get it right. Thankfully, there are multiple other modes on offer as well. I ended up using Meter the majority of the time playing, as it's more the classic golf swing style, and it felt challenging but fair. Classic is a basic point and click. Pulse is weird and hard to explain properly, but just avoid it. And Pure Analog is kind of like a mix between Meter and Pinpoint, which some may find as a solid middle ground of the two. Batting-wise, you have timing, which is a simple click at the right time, arcade style. Zone, where you try to match where the ball is going with the left stick. And directional, where it's a mix of timing and trying to influence ground balls or fly balls along with their direction. I enjoyed directional the most, as it again felt challenging enough without being too punishing. There are options galore for everything here, such as using a guess the pitch system, how base running works, and if sliding is auto-assisted or manual only. You can get lost in the number of options this game has, and I very much did. Once I dialed in exactly what I wanted, the game went from playing well to feeling excellent. This goes into the presentation of the game as well. A lot of time in baseball is spent in between the action, and by default, the hybrid presentation style will cut out as much of this as possible while trying to maintain the overall feel of the sport. You can also swap to broadcast if you want the full baseball experience, or fast play if you want most of the game's cutscenes and presentations skipped. Last year's title looked pretty nice, but this year, oh boy, The Show 22 is a beaut. Player models look fantastic and the animations look smooth in transition. You'll still get the occasional super soldier level reaction time and bursts of movement, but on the whole, it looks and feels like a real game of baseball if you set the options that way. The stadiums are flippin' gorgeous, and I found myself letting the PC play in various parks just so I could admire them while working on something else. The presentation of the game matches the graphical ambition. It's attractive, smooth, and gives you solid info during and after games. It also features rather short load times thanks to the new hardware. As stated previously though, that presentation has a major emphasis on the dreaded microtransactions. It's not all bad, as you do earn a decent number of the stubs currency for completing missions and in-game activities. They always earn you some form of experience for your in-game profile. It still feels wrong, though, to see a full-priced AAA title from one of the 3 major platform holders having this seemingly never-ending focus on getting you to continually pay if you want to be able to keep up with its competitive multiplayer and single-player career modes. Everything else is really well-polished, though, as I only ran into a few bugs, with all of them being tied to the always-online nature of the game. It wants you to be online, and you will lose access to plenty of the modes if you are not. In conclusion, MLB The Show 22 is an excellent baseball game and a marked improvement from last year's debut title on the Xbox platform. Featuring some of the best on-field action I've ever experienced in a baseball title, a massive amount of game modes, excellent commentary from the new team, and incredible customization options, it is well worth your time. Being available day one on Game Pass makes it an easy recommendation. And if you passed up on last year's and like to own your games, then there is more than enough here to warrant a purchase. As always, thank you so much for watching. And if you like, comment, and subscribe, it really does help the channel grow. And you can visit us over at patreon.com/XboxEra if you really want to help. We'll see you next time.